White House announced this morning that we have hit the 200 million mark on Americans who have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, with over 500,000 doses administered yesterday alone. But the United States is crossing that milestone even at the same time as COVID cases continue to rise across the country. We are now averaging over 130,000 cases a day. That, according to the CDC, the Delta variant is responsible for some 90+% of those cases, is our understanding, particularly in southern states where vaccination rates still remain just below the 50% mark. Hospitalization levels with children are at the highest levels that we've recorded yet since the start of this pandemic. And as hospitals fill up with kids and adults, some doctors in the hardest hit areas say their situation is even worse than it was at the height of the pandemic. Ellison Barber now joins me from Jackson, Mississippi, where she is seeing some people change their minds on vaccines. And Ellison, I know you're going to report on this. The thing that blew me away this morning, a headline in Mississippi, was that the health department basically made a special rule to allow any EMT to essentially perform nursing duties right now. They're that short of nurses in Mississippi. But Ellison, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, we're not being dramatic when we say that this situation here is catastrophic. I mean, there are over 1,600 people hospitalized because of this virus. As of yesterday evening, they had less than 10 ICU beds available in this state, but close to 100 people needing those beds. There are 2 field hospitals in parking garages at this hospital. They were opened within 6 days of each other. We watched yesterday as the newest one took patients in, at least 8 in the time we were standing outside of that garage. And those are patients needing critical care. This is a huge deal, what they're dealing with here. And the state's top health official has been very clear, adamant, reiterating it again this week, that the only way out of this mess is through vaccination. Right now, this state is among the least vaccinated states in the country. But in the last couple of weeks, they've seen their vaccination numbers increase by about 120%. It's significant, but it needs to go a lot higher and hold a lot longer than just 2 weeks for hospitals to really start seeing an impact. We spoke to one person. He's actually a local politician, a Republican state senator, who in his own words was an anti-vaxxer. But recently he had a change of heart and decided to roll up his sleeve. Listen to why.
I've been one of the anti-vaxxers for quite a while now. And one of the main reasons why is nobody really knows what the long-term side effects could be from the vaccine. But I'm a numbers guy as well. And watching the numbers pour in to the Department of Health and seeing that, the cases surge and 98% of them were unvaccinated individuals, it was kind of a common sense thing for me that it was time to go ahead and get vaccinated. And now that I've done it, oh yeah, absolutely. I wish I would have done it back in January. But I mean, hindsight's 20/20. But this is some serious stuff.
He's hoping that by speaking out now, talking to us, other people who are unvaccinated and maybe lean the same way he does politically, that they will reconsider not getting vaccinated and at the very least have some conversations with their doctors.